according to you, that what do you think recruiters should do or should not do at this point of time, even we talk more about the Indian recruiters or any offshore recruiters who are not in US, what do you think according to you is most challenging for them, and what kind of rituals or could be habits or anything that could help them come out of their comfort zone, or maybe from the average performance to a better performance, Ranjith?
Yeah, actually, that's a very interesting question. I like to answer it because it involves everything, even about you planning your day, right? So, so especially from India, if you are just starting, okay, as a fresher, you don't know anything about recruiting. If you're starting from India, I would say, you find the best company and learn the complete process first. Okay. So, but if you are a fresher, if you go for a startup or something, it would be difficult to know complete, the process and how you can, advance yourself and go to next level. But if you are a mid-level, okay, so you just know how to source, but you don't know how to plan your day and how to communicate with the candidates and how to screen the resume. These things, it has to come from the seniors, especially if not now these days everything is in social media. So what happens is, I mean, it's a good and bad. There are so many distractions when you're working at the desk, the phone especially. And while working, I want it's better to you put aside, and while working at your desk, when you start your day, when you have a requirement, you plan how you want to work on that requirement. Okay. So you just need to know, like example, your manager gave you already three requirements to work on it, right? So you have to know, first understand the requirement and know what is the priority. Okay, which one is a priority and which is more closable, high priority one. So focus on that first and have a proper list what you have to collect from that requirement. So each and requirement, you take main points. Okay, first immediately, I would say, I don't know, it's not many people have these features. Maybe these days you have ATS and everything. There's so much information, online, or you can get it from online rather than just going traditional Dice and Monster. So you first post online, then work on your own way, searching it and everything. So first thing is, if you're working as a recruiter, you have to know what is the client requirement. So when you know what exactly the client requirement, then it's easy to find a candidate and understand candidate needs, and you have to map with the same needs. Like like example, if candidates wants to maybe a bill rate, or maybe some technology, maybe a location preference or something, you don't know understand about your requirement, then it's not easy to connect to the right person. So that is where you have to understand both sides. That's one point I would ask everybody to do it. And other than that, basically you have to communicate well. Okay, so when you're talking to the candidate, if you are a fresher, you should know what to ask, what to not ask, and how to communicate, and these kind of things. So as a senior, of course, you'd be knowing everything. Basically, you have to build a rapport with the candidate, right? So once you understand about the candidate needs only, you can serve better. It's not what you want. It's not only the client wants. You don't put a client is, asking this, we have this rate, client wants to do this, client wants to do this. Okay, just first focus, listen more carefully about the candidate requirements, and then explain what client is looking. Then only connect the dots. If you connect the dots wrong, it's not going to happen, the placement. There will be a backouts. There will be end of the interview, even though you push anything, asking to take an interview. I've seen many people, they'll beg, please take this interview, please take this call. Don't do that. It has to come from the candidate. If you don't know candidate preferences, you cannot, make the placement, and client will not be happy. The placement will not happen. And that's one thing I want everybody to look at from other side and understand and work on that area. Okay. And don't afraid. Okay. When you're calling somebody, I see many people, they don't make calls. They get afraid, talking to other. See, if somebody hung up on you, or if somebody says, don't call me, don't get offended. Okay. Keep trying it. There are many people, they have their own problems. They don't have time to pick up your call. They could be, maybe in a different mood that time when you call. So keep trying it. The more you try, even though it's the 10th time, they might, answer you, and maybe they can be, a good candidate for your requirement also. So the first thing is, yes, keep calling. The more you calls make, the more, you get better, the more your communication also improves. So that's very important. And leave a proper voice message. I mean, these are the general things.
Yes.
But people avoid these things, even though the companies give us proper scripts, proper voicemail greetings, proper everything, they don't follow. So you can make mistakes. Yes, you have to make mistakes. Then only you learn. If you are afraid, or if you're ashamed to talk to somebody, to feel like, oh no, what if I say wrong, right? Nothing going to happen. That person, you're going to talk one time, either you say one wrong verb or wrong grammar, nothing going to happen. You're going to make yourself correct, and next call you're going to do better. So the more you do call, the more you're going to get better. So this is the main thing. I would say, I hope I covered most of the things. And especially plan your day and do it properly. Don't just only depend on maybe a portals or something. Yes. Keep trying it, keep reaching, keep connecting, and expand your network. That way you get more talents in your way.